Michael, we join you at a time where the world, a lot of people think that the unipolar world could have maintained its supremacy. Turns out it hasn't. Multipolar world is here to stay. You, of late, have been quite vocal about George Soros, no less. Mr. Soros has been casting aspersions about various things, but one of them is talking about the Chinese economy. And why BlackRock, amongst others, should be allowed to invest there, because ultimately it's going to undo American interests. Can you unpick that for us? Because it seems very complicated.
Well, George Soros's dream is that China would do what Yeltsin did to Russia, that it would privatize the economy, that it would basically carve it up and let U.S. investors buy control of the most profitable heights. And in that way, the foreign investors would be able to sort of get all of the profits of Chinese industry, Chinese labor, and it would become the darling stock market of the world, just like Russia's stock market was the leading booming stock market of 1994 to 96, and that China essentially would be run to benefit U.S. investment bankers. And Soros is furious that China is not following the neoliberal policy that the United States is following. It's following a socialist policy, wanting to keep its economic surplus at home to benefit its own citizens, not American financial investors. And so this is a real for Soros, this is a clash of civilization. And he said, somehow we've got to stifle the Chinese economy. We've got to put sanctions against it. We've got to stop investing in it, to force it to do to its country what Yeltsin did to Russia.
Let's hear it in his words. He says the BlackRock initiative imperils the national security interests of the US and other democracies because the money invested in China will help prop up President Xi's regime, which is repressive at home and aggressive abroad. Congress should pass legislation empowering the Securities and Exchange Commission to limit the flow of funds to China. The effort ought to enjoy bipartisan support. He's not mincing his words, is he?
Well, he's a real comedian. What's wrong with that statement? He thinks that China actually needs American dollars in order to build its factories and invest. He thinks that somehow China's balance of payments is going to fall apart without the U.S. market, and without U.S. investors telling President Xi what to do. The Chinese government won't have a clue as to what to invest in and how to let the free market, meaning George Soros and BlackRock and other companies, operate. So he's living in a dream world where other people need us. It's like a guy who doesn't realize that the girlfriend doesn't need him anymore.